How's it going, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to refill the ink on your Epson EcoTank printer. Now, this works for all Epson EcoTanks, especially those in the 2950 and 2980 series. So if you're using, let's say, a 2955, 2950, 2959, or even a 2980 or a 2985, this will apply to you. It's really simple and intuitive. So let's get straight into it. Now, as you can see here on the right, I have my Epson ink bottles. Now, for this printer, they are the 102 bottles. So these are the 102, and you need to ensure that you get obviously the correct bottles for your printer. Now, if you are just refilling your printer based on the ones that you received in the box, they will obviously be the right ones. Now, you can just check which one your printer needs by opening the ink section at the front, which is just on the right here. And you can see it has the number there. If it focuses, it says 102. So that shows which ink you need. Now, to refill, it's actually really simple. What you'll see inside the ink section is actually each of these individual caps. Now, each of these caps are essentially the lids to the ink tanks that hold all of your ink. Now, one thing we want to do before we refill the ink is to first ensure that the printer is actually on. A lot of printers, you need to turn it off to put the ink in. We want to make sure it's on. The EcoTank will know when ink is being refilled, okay? And if we have a look again at the ink tank section, what we need to do, so we're going to fill up the black ink first. And the first thing we need to do is just pop open the cap there. And we're going to open the lid of our black ink. This might require two hands. So this is what the top of the bottle looks like. Now, before we refill it, I just want to show you that at the top, you can see it kind of has these teeth and a bit of a unique pattern. This looks like two H's. And basically, what these teeth are, these are going to slot into the top of the ink portion of the printer. And basically, these mean that you can't put the wrong ink over the wrong section. So if you're worried about filling the wrong ink, it's actually impossible because the bottle simply won't fit. So to put the ink in, you need to just open up that blue cap, open up the bottle, and you want to place the ink bottle on top like so, and you should begin to hear it kind of bubbling out. You hear that? That is the ink bubbling out, and then you can actually view how much ink is filling up in the bottom portion of the tank. So I'm about done with my black ink. Now when you remove it, you want to remove it nice and slowly, and you want to keep it above the ink area because sometimes drips do come out, and this ink just is hard to remove from anything. And so pretty much you want to repeat that process with the rest of your ink. I think it's quite self-explanatory now, so I won't go through each of them. However, just obviously make sure that you fill in the blue ink or the cyan ink where the blue ink goes, and the same for the magenta and the yellow ink. You don't necessarily need to fill up the whole way, yeah. So guys, that is pretty much everything on how to fill the ink. When you're done, obviously close the ink tank section lid. Make sure each of your kind of blue caps are closed, and you're good to go. Refill the ink. Your printer will automatically pass this around the printer, and you'll be good to go and print. So that's everything for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. If this helped, please consider subscribing and check out the rest of our channel for videos about the Epson EcoTank and similar printers. If you need to do a full Wi-Fi setup guide, click the link in the description because we have a full comprehensive guide about that. And also, if you're looking to buy some ink, have a look at our recommended supplier in our description. This is the most trusted one there is, and I personally use it for all of my ink needs. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and goodbye.